All right.
All right.
Ready.
YouTube.
And I want to see Mark. Oh, and we got questions here. Here it comes. I want to marry it.
Oh. He'll be back.
Okay, Karen, my legs are contracted severely and I am trying to make love to my fiance. Is there any way? Oops. Any way what? Oh, man, I am the worst. Any way to make love to my...
on top.
Yeah, there you go.
Just put her on top.
Get her on top. It's a better position. Yeah. It's my favorite position anyway. This one says, I want to marry a mature and serious woman. Okay. Go marry her.
How do you know you want to marry anybody until you meet them and fall in love with them?
Very astute question of the day. Can you guys answer that on YouTube? I got people on YouTube. How do you know you want to marry a mature woman until you actually meet anybody? Ah, the MILF Man 1986. Hello, Karen, looking beautiful as always. Thank you, MILF Man. And I'm sure you're looking good too.
So I want to introduce you to Mark.
I want to meet. This is Mark. Hey.
Yeah, because we're on Instagram. So hi.
Hi.
This is my blue-eyed Leo.
Oh man, I like it. Nice to meet you, Mark. I did yesterday, and now I'm doing it again today. So, if you guys have questions now for Mark, who is he's got so much going on. I don't even know where to start. But I know he's a doctor, and I know he's the partner of one of my best friends, the husband of one of my best friends, the lover of one of my best friends. All right, that's enough. You go ahead and explain your hubby to us.
Well, I refer to him. He never calls himself this, but I always refer to him as my king.
Your king.
Because he's like the most humble, fair, loving, kind, generous human being I've ever met. And
wait a second. Hold on. Time out. Kings are generally kings are not like what you just described. Usually you would think of a king as the opposite of the king.
He's like the king that we would all dream of.
Got it. He's your dream king.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The dream king.
She'd get really mad at me if I heard any of her princes.
Oh. That's true too.
Well,
he is an open-minded king.
Very, very, very generous king.
That's pretty cool. We got tons of questions coming in right now. What is the technique to prevent premature ejaculation in men? You can take that one. Mark, want to take that? Anybody wants to take that one? Go for it.
That requires a consultation. We can't do
that
in a minute.
Yeah,
so
we're going to just say.
My website, drnsp.com, and make an appointment with me, and I will put you through a whole.
He wrote all about it on Sex Talk with My Mom blog, so you should check that blog out because that's very funny.
Funniest blog ever. I was in tears reading that thing.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
He goes into detail.
It's really good.
Here's another one. What man this is someone who's got a name, the Hostile MGTOW. So Hostile MGTOW, how you doing there? What man who's worth his weight in intelligence would be dumb enough to actually marry a woman in Femerica nowadays? Oh, Femerica. Oh, so that was some sort of a hostile MGTOW statement. Hostile MGTOW. You're going to do so much better in life if you get yourself a positive attitude instead of this negativity. Moving on.
Yeah.
Joe Jew says Ruth Bader Ginsburg had no kook sauce whatsoever. Okay. What she may have lacked in kook sauce, she made up in brilliance.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Are these people on YouTube?
Yeah, we got YouTube. We've got something on here going on here. And,
I'm curious why YouTubers are such assholes.
They're not. They're really? There's a couple bad apples there.
Yeah, it's like that. I've never, when I had stuff on YouTube, it was like, of all my social media outlets, it seemed like there was a small group of really mean people, but they just would hunt everybody down and be mean. I don't understand that mindset.
Mindset makes them look bad, I gotta tell you. But
Yeah, it's so sad.
but the other part of it is what's it called? Twitch is worse than that.
Oh, I'm done Twitch.
Twitching
But
is bad.
we did some TikToks.
Well, I don't know if you know my love for TikTok. I actually was filming for TikTok while I was waiting in line at the DMV.
Were you?
I was having so much fun with the TikTok at the DMV. It was great.
That's awesome.
So, Mark, why do you love Nancy so much? He's looking at me like, why'd you put me on the spot?
Yeah, no, that's a tough one because we're moving through life together and it's just been great. So, you start off and you definitely have an attraction and then you just continue to learn about each other more and more and more. And we don't interfere with each other's pathways, I think. And that's sometimes for people, a very difficult way to show love, as I'm talking about it. I'm not talking about sex, but and we want each other to have the best life ever. So when you have a partner like that, you cherish her, and we just are having great times.
What do you call me?
I call her my moving target.
I was going with the queen.
She changed. Well, she is a queen, but which can mean other things. But but she's my moving target because she's had so many different pathways for her career and her work. And
that is a great name for her. You're right. She is. Every time I talk to her, I did that. I was a yoga instructor. I did the Reiki. I don't know. I can't even keep up with it anymore. I guess that you can find a good woman of any age. Again with the premature ejaculation. Okay. Well, that was a beautiful statement, and it's actually like something I think that it's so important for people to hear, that you don't want to stifle your partner's creativity or drive or passions. You just want to be able to let them explore and be there to boost them on.
Yeah, that brings out the best in both of us, and makes it really easy. There's very little anger or frustration going on in our house. And boy, if you want to kill sexual energy, insert a little anger into your relationship, and that's a prescription for being asexual or having to masturbate more than you'd like to.
Exactly. Well, here we go.
I can say those things.
You can say anything you want. How to keep the balance between being nice and not seeming to be a pushover. Now, there's a good question. So how do you keep the balance between like being the nice guy and also not being the wimp?
Well, I guess I would say, what do you mean a wimp? If your kindness is never wimpy.
Well, a pushover. That's what you just heard. A pushover.
Well, what does that mean? I mean, I think people who think they're being a pushover are just not. They're not demanding from other people.
Or maybe just.
And that's actually respectful.
Well, also maybe just not being able to say no. Some people can't say no.
Well, Nancy's learned to say no, but it's usually when she's filling out the BDSM consent that we play with. So she can say no if it's uncomfortable. She's not excited about it. But pushover. I'm not sure how to interpret that either. I think if you're having those kind of struggles, there's something more serious going on with your relationship and your communication skills.
Well,
yeah.
I also
that tells me that one person feels like the other person's trying to control them.
Well, I don't think he was saying specifically a person, but just like maybe his tendencies more towards being unable to say no, and he's concerned about that happening. I don't think he currently has a relationship he's speaking about. Megan says, I can't stop staring at the sexual health magazine behind you, Dr. NSP. The E and the A look like 69 since it's backwards on the camera.
Yeah, this is, I was published in this, so I have some copies.
Nice.
I wrote an article. Let's see if I can find it here. It says celebrating sexual personality and diversity.
I would love to read that article.
Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce. Nancy Sutton Pierce.
Nancy Sutton Pierce. It's a little inside joke there. I want to hear Karen. Okay, here we go. Don't be rude, guys. Don't be rude over here on YouTube. Be nice. Be polite.
Yeah, no rudeness. Get blocked.
Here, you know what? My mom always told me you can get more flies with honey than you can with salt.
Yeah.
How do you like that? Oh, we got an Aries who joined. That's the opposite of us Libras. Mommy boy could be considered wimp. Okay, yeah, we're still on that. I'm a little behind. I'm doing great. As you know, both myself and Nancy are having birthdays this week. We're both Libras. That's why we get along so well. My birthday's tomorrow. Yours is on Saturday? Or is it? Yeah, Saturday.
It is after you.
Yep.
Yep.
And
she always wants the same thing for her birthday every year.
What is that? I would love
world peace.
Happiness and world peace. That's very nice of you. That's exactly what I was thinking. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Hey, everyone, just calm down and stop being so negative. Whoa, we got a moderator. Brady is on YouTube telling everybody to calm down. Get that, get that roaring testosterone down for a bit, okay? Just calm your shit down. Go masturbate and come back.
Yeah, keep your shit down.
So anyway, we do have a legit 2 doctors in the house here, and me, who plays a doctor on TV, doctor in my own head. So if you guys have any questions for us about anything, it could be anything. It could be like as simple as, why do you like being a Libra? How would you introduce your fantasy to your spouse without making them uncomfortable? Richie, that's not an unusual question that you need to write LOL afterwards. I think we get these questions a lot, right? And that, if you've got a fantasy, I'm a firm believer in communication. So if you are in a relationship, you should be able to communicate your fantasies, even if you're not, going to carry them out right away, or even to just say, I heard about this from a friend, or I saw this on TV, or I read this in a book, or I saw this in porn, or wherever. Just, bring it up that way and see the response, and then try to gauge what to do next after that. What do you guys think?
Yeah. And I would be careful not to set a trap, because sometimes people say, I read this, what do you think? And that almost comes across as a judgment, and that they're it's like they're testing you. So I would just be straight up and say, I read this and it really intrigued me.
Yeah.
And I would love to talk about it with you. I would just like to have a conversation about it and see what you might think, and if we could investigate it together, even in just our role play or our fantasies, and so that it doesn't feel like a threat.
Have you guys done that?
To be honest.
Have you, Mark, and you had that kind of conversation about anything?
Are we playing the drinking game again?
Last time we played, it's a lot more fun playing the drinking game when we're both drinking, but I'm got my water here. I just know that I would literally pass out.
I think
every damn day we have that conversation. Those questions
still come up after many years of relationships.
Really?
You're still on a pathway to discover who this other person is, and you're still revealing some of your deepest held secrets and wants and desires, and it is tough to reveal those if you feel like you're going to be judged. So what we say is set up an environment where there's no judgment. If you're just talking about something, it's not, you haven't done it yet. It's not
right.
Shouldn't be a deal breaker to talk about something. And I teased earlier about a consent form, but I think that, of course, that was great sexual foreplay to watch Nancy's face filling out this consent form. But because I felt like I could put anything I wanted on that form, because I just wanted to get, I said, okay, I'm just assuming that
you were shopping.
That's right.
So I just wanted to make sure that the nose was still nose.
Right.
I mean, the nose can change. Women can change. Women and men can change their mind on a whim. But I like the idea. I like the idea of it written down so that you don't just like walk into a situation. For example, if you're at some sort of like a play party or something, you don't just walk in and go, "What do you think we should do?" You know, you can get.
Well, Nancy kept saying that consent can be sexy, so I thought, well, let's give it a whirl and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But
what do you think about
people are
that
listening.
chandelier? What do you think about swinging on the chandelier? Consent? Yes? No?
Who's going to be the swinger? Yeah, I mean, I think, just asking those provocative questions. I don't know about, everybody else, but Mark and I love provocative conversation. Obviously, I became a doctor of sexology, so I like to talk about sex. But we also like to kind of push the boundaries verbally to see what else we might be able to talk about. What's new on the horizon?
Has there ever been anything
changing and evolving?
between the two of you? Is there anything that you could not talk about?
Oh, not now.
At the beginning, was it as you do it, you can become more and more comfortable?
Well,
Yeah,
these
it's
things-
an evolution.
I mean, if you have a blended family, you're gonna have topics one after another, and the tools that we use also apply to any decision we need to make financially or with the children, because those can be equally difficult to talk about, just like a different sexual position.
Yeah.
So those skills come in handy for us, and.
All right, I was talking about more like BDSM. I was not talking about general questions about finances, okay?
I think the technique that we've actually kind of stumbled upon and created now that I teach is called the oasis, and that technique itself can be any topic that you can come together and converse about safely.
Got it.
So you've already set the boundaries and kind of the guidelines of what is an oasis for the two of you, and that anything you discuss in that oasis is safe and okay to talk about.
I love that.
How difficult.
You came up with that name, Oasis? I like it.
Yeah.
And I think if I tend to be the instigator for the most part. So,
why? Because you're the Leo.
if
You're the Leo, the leader.
Yeah, there you go.
Because he's the king.
He's the king.
For the instigators out there, if you're trying to be provocative with your partner, improve your odds. Don't have just one new thing that you would like to think about or try. Make a suggestion of 3 or 4 or 5, so that if there's one that your partner's comfortable with, you're not disappointed. I think we don't want disappointment to creep into a relationship either. And that's easy to do when you have to say no. That's not comfortable for me. And there have been things that have been uncomfortable for us. So we don't talk about our private lives, but there are things that are uncomfortable, and we work through them and make sure that I don't want to have that be a deal breaker for the evening. So my consent list has multiple things on it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's always a changing menu.
A changing menu.
Always, we go to that formality every night, but I have to tell you, Nancy's been trying to say over and over again that consent can be sexy. So write out a consent form for your partner and present it to them, and just all you have to do is just watch them fill it out, and they'll be
like writing and writing. What the fuck?
Yeah,
So
Will be sweating.
like give me an example like of a fairly PG-13 consent form. What would it say? Like how's the language?
I think it's almost like you're writing out a menu. So, if people are kind of new to exploring, like sharing an erotic fantasy, watching porn together.
Check.
If people
Check. I'm checking.
If people haven't really tried oral sex yet, that that they would discuss or try oral sex or
Check.
use sex toy. I know you've done it all, but
I haven't. I literally am very vanilla. I'm boring actually.
And then you can come back again, you know, if she doesn't like the ideas of being restrained with a rope, come back and ask her if Velcro is okay. And you know, is the bar too long? Is it causing too much
spreader
pressure?
bars. We need to get a shorter spreader bar.
Yeah. You know, or maybe they haven't been doing their yoga, so they can't use that bar. They need something different. So those are all part of the consent process.
Are you guys on YouTube hearing all this? Okay.
He's bad.
I like to tease a lot.
Yeah, you're not teasing.
Well, it's fun to be creative too, and people are. I don't know what the topic was for the show, but you know, be creative with your sexual play. I do like to act out fantasy, so I create some fairly elaborate adventures for Nancy to navigate. And it's fun to watch her responses, you know, and they don't have.
See why I call him the king?
The king.
They don't
You've been summoned into the bedroom.
Yes, exactly.
Young serf.
You just put a little twist on it, you know. On one occasion, I own a tux, and so Nancy came home, and I put her in a pretty sexy dress, and we have a place where we can dance. And she didn't realize that she was going to be dancing naked while I was in a tux, and that creates a little tension for her, which is always good. So be
like
creative.
that.
Be creative with the sexual.
Oh, she likes that. She likes it.
Yeah.
So you already got, like, you're the dom, you're the sub, or you switch it up.
I could call him the sensual dom. So, because I'm very much into sensuality rather than.
Because you're a Libra like me.
Yeah, it's like, bring on the pleasure. I can't have too much of that. Well,
I have been called.
I had a little too much.
Are you what is known as a pillow princess? Because that's what I am, and it's not a starfish. There's a difference.
No, not a pillow princess or a starfish.
What's a pillow princess?
Or I prefer to be laying down and being served. Well, I mean, I do like that.
See, you little PP. I need to find a marriage like these. Oh, you guys got a compliment from Brady. I think I need to find a marriage like these two. The sexual confidence between these two it is amazing. Wow, that is true. That is very true. So you guys on YouTube, do you have any questions for them? Anybody have any questions that besides Karen, I'd like to meet a cougar like you. How are you guys? And yeah, what's going on in your life? How's the COVID going? Oh, we had like a scare in my boyfriend's office where some guy was there on Thursday and he had, well, like he was the last day that he was there was last week, and so he and his family tested positive. So now everybody in the office is worried and they're taking, you know, that's why we went to get the COVID test.
Well, that's the scary thing is that a positive test is just the first step. You know, in our community, we had a nurse that contracted at the hospital, brought it home, and her father subsequently died
of the
COVID. So you,
that was early on.
You know, it's one thing to have somebody random get an infection and get sick like the flu. You didn't know where it came from, but in this case, she absolutely knew that she brought it home.
Yeah, what kind of guilt she must have had.
So it's no joke. But on the lighter side, you know, it did change part of our relationship too, because before, when I would come home from work, typically Nancy would be sitting on kind of a soft rug. She'd have a glass of wine and maybe a beer between her legs, somewhat cloudily clothed, and that's how she would frequently greet me when I came home from work. And, you know, she didn't really want me to linger and talk to people after. She wanted me to get on home.
Stressful.
That was but when COVID broke out, the next time I came home, she was there with the laundry basket saying, strip off all your clothes.
Outside.
And go take a
And the
shower.
shower's running, and I'm not touching it.
Yeah. So,
So
a whole different list of priorities when she.
Yeah.
Brady.
But we have tried to be very careful with the COVID.
Yeah.
Really, seriously.
I know.
It's no joke.
It's not. And oh, look at this. Bryson said one of his classmates died of COVID. And Brady would like to switch the subject, apparently, saying, what's the best advice to stop watching porn? If you find that porn is interfering with your daily functioning and you want to stop, I would actually go cold turkey, like any obsession or addiction or craving. That's me, but that's how I am. It just doesn't mean that that's for you.
I would say, to start writing out some of your own fantasies, and then using those that you could read back your fantasy for masturbation. Because
there's a good idea.
People use it for masturbation.
What do you think of that, Brady?
So
you've seen so many episodes of porn. So write down your fantasies. Write down what you saw. That's kind of what I do in my head anyway. I'll reenact certain things that have either happened to me or something I've seen in porn.
So is Brady on YouTube or Instagram?
Brady's on YouTube right now. People are switching back and forth. If you guys want to see Nancy and her husband, you can. Yeah, go ahead. What? We're on a little delay, so I didn't hear what you said.
Does he have a partner?
Brady, do you have a partner? I don't think you do right now, right? I don't know. There's like a slight delay on all these things, so I don't know why, but there is. Anyway.
But if you have a habit that you want to change, you have to replace it with a new habit. Because to have the mindset that you're not going to do something just keeps you wanting to do it. And I used to use this
like cigarettes or whatever.
Analogy. So I'm going to say, don't think about chocolate chip cookies. Stop thinking about chocolate chip cookies. Don't ever think about chocolate chip cookies because you don't want chocolate chip cookies because chocolate chip cookies are really bad for you. So the idea of the smell of chocolate chip cookies or the taste or how they feel when you peel a warm chocolate chip cookie apart, you don't want that. That's bad for you. What are you thinking about right now?
I'm going out right now and getting myself a damn chocolate chip cookie. Maybe one with a little weed in it.
So when we're focusing on trying to not do something, we're going to want it even more.
All right. So
we want to switch gears and look towards something else to want.
So you got to replace that chocolate chip cookie with a piece of celery. I can tell you firsthand, it works every time.
Or a great salad filled with yummies or some roasted vegetables that really turn you on or whatever,
Well, you know what my boyfriend did? He made himself, he had a big sweet tooth and he made himself every night a routine of having a date shake where he puts almond milk and dates and strawberries and bananas and that's what his little treat is every night instead of the cookies and the cakes and all that sugar shit. So yeah,
So Brady says he doesn't have a partner. I'm seeing that. And so, what I can help you with if you want to make an appointment with me is to kind of recreate a new pattern for yourself for self-love and self-pleasure.
I'm going to be right back while you keep going. Keep going.
It'll be much easier for you to translate that to a partner so that you don't feel like that's all you've got in your head for when you're having sex, any kind of sex. So there's something that there's a lot of things you can do that can really help you expand that mindset and where your pleasure is coming from, so that when a partner does enter your life, that'll be easy to move right into that. So Bryson, you said So let me go back and see what you said. Depends severity. Yeah, drawing your fantasies. That's beautiful. Yeah, whatever artistic outlet you have is great. You know, drawing, writing a story, writing an erotic story. Mark has written some really great erotic stories, sensually erotic stories.
I got a surprise for you guys.
You do?
I do. What? My boyfriend is coming on. Woo! So we can all meet each other.
Awesome.
There he is. Woohoo!
Hi, how are you?
So we got YouTube here and Instagram here. This is Mark. This is wait, you can't see him. Oh shoot! You gotta be up here.
Oh, well,
There he is.
There he is. That's my man. Oh, see, Megan is saying, woo.
The beard is really looking good. I gotta say, I like that beard.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So what's up, people? We're having some fun now. Where did I interrupt you? Where were you guys? Can you also cure a foot fetish? Is what Final Destiny asked.
Well, why would you want to cure a foot fetish?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, just enjoy it. A fetish is just a preference for something. It's like saying you know, it's like it's not hurting anybody, so enjoy it.
Okay. So
yeah.
Who's the blue-haired girl?
Oh, blue-haired girl. That's Megan.
Hey, Megan.
And then Brady's on, and who else? Anyway,
there's so many older women like younger men, but they don't commit. Well, the reason they like younger men is because they don't want to commit.
Except in this case here.
Well, you guys are oddballs.
We are. We've been oddballs for. Yeah, we're both oddballs in our own way. Right.
Okay. Yes.
So Brady does say that he's written a lot of erotic stories. Well, you know, you could share those with some other people. It's like do a blog and write your erotic stories out. People are always looking for
Doing well, Bryson. Thanks.
other forms of erotic entertainment.
Yes.
What was that, Steve?
Oh no, somebody wrote something and I just responded.
He was just saying hi to Bryson. He's known a lot of these people for a while. So if you have questions for my boyfriend here, Deez, or me,
I'm not good at questions. I'm just kind of observing.
You can ask like his zodiac sign.
I've only got like 5 minutes.
You could find out about the Mets. You can hear about when Nancy and Mark were talking about consent forms. I never read. We should write a consent form.
We did.
Oh, I guess we did.
We did, and she didn't honor it, so it don't really mean much.
He's like goofing around right now.
Oh. Okay, you want to get me on the show, and then
Well, they said they're not talking about their personal lives. Huh?
We need a yes, no, and a maybe.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You have to have a maybe. I did the most fun thing with a couple. I'll just try to do it really quick. So I created a consent list for them, and while I was doing their counseling on Zoom, I had them both sit with their eyes closed, sit side by side like this. And so I would say one of the items, like, you know, making out in public. And I said, hold up one finger if it's a yes, 2 if it's a no, and none if it's a maybe. And so I kept score for them so that it was kind of in secret. They were both just giggling the whole time and super excited that I sent them their scores. But it was like that was an easy way for them to kind of broach difficult subjects that they couldn't do face to face with eyes open. So they felt like they could at least kind of reveal some of their truths and then have a conversation about it later in the oasis that I had taught them.
You're so smart.
So it was really fun.
That's
not really, but I've just practiced all this stuff.
Brady wants to know if you were a bartender.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a bartender.
Yeah.
Many years.
He bartended at Scores as one of them, strip club in New York. That was quite a challenge as well.
Not really.
Yeah.
What is blue?
Bartending at a strip club. That'd be like bartending at Hito. You'd get pretty desensitized.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. At one point, he calls me up. He's like, "I'm so pissed." I go, "Why?" So she goes, "So some girl left a dress on my bar," and I'm like, "You're pissed about that? You used to like dream of someone leaving a dress on a bar. Now you're like pissed about it because it's so desensitized."
Not anymore.
Are you resensitized again?
Yeah.
It's like,
He-
oh, well,
He's resensitized again. What was your favorite drinks to make?
that happens.
Beer.
Your favorite drink to make was beer?
Yeah, nice and easy.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
Okay.
Bryson's saying he's a Sag, but I think a new sign that's mixed with Scorpio and Sagittarius. You're on the cusp, maybe. That's what you're saying. Have you ever peed in front of your lover? Have you ever peed in front of me? Yeah, of course. Has he ever peed on me? No.
No.
Not on purpose.
No, I don't think that doesn't go over big. That does not go over big with me at all. Actually, we had someone talk about this on our podcast, that this guy just decided to pee on it's this girl, he had only gone on a few dates with her. He decided to pee on her while she had turned around in the shower just to see what her reaction was. That is what's called no consent. There was no consent
Yeah, you
there.
probably should ask. You should probably ask that one
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, but you said the guy liked it, so.
No,
Or-
he liked it. She didn't like
No, I
it.
thought you said she did like it.
No, she did not like it. Has he seen you on the toilet? We're getting the real more
Yeah.
mature questions.
Anyway, I do have to go. She pulled me away from work. I need to finish up working on a couple of things. I'll be back another time.
Say goodbye.
Take care. See y'all.
Nice to see you again. 2 weeks in a row.
Always, right? How about that?
Well, yeah, there's always people that are in the potty stuff.
Oh yeah, we are in potty stuff.
But whatever.
I am 26 years old.
So somebody
Bi-curious.
says she's 26
Bi-curious.
and a naturist woman. Okay, cool. Go for it. I just saw a great meme that said, I'm bisexual. That doesn't mean I'm 50% heterosexual and 50% homosexual. I'm 100% bisexual. So bisexuality is just where you are, really bisexuality is more like pansexuality. It's like you're sexual and it's more about the individual than it is about the gender.
Yeah. Are any of you guys on the stream bisexual or thinking about being bisexual or thinking of being polyamorous or anything alternative? What? Nice to finally meet him. He's very cool. Well, I'll tell him you said that. I enjoy a woman's armpits, kissing them and taking them in the scent. I just did an advertisement for Native deodorant. So if you want to get 20% off a Native deodorant, go to nativedeodorant.com and enter code MOM20 for 20% off of Native deodorant. I actually did. I was like, oh, my armpits are like coconut vanilla. They're so yummy. I feel like eating my armpits. But yeah, so these. Oh,
So can you lick your own armpits? That's the question.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure people lick their own armpits. Anyway, what else is going on over in your world up there in Northern California?
Oh, we just got back last night, so we're just kind of in the whirlwind today of getting our heads back on straight. And of course, we came home last night I had to use my Sybian for quite a while, and so.
Now he's gonna be mad. He just left when you're gonna talk about this.
Yeah, and we had a couple glasses of wine, and I got on the Sybian, and
Ooh.
I don't know what happened afterwards.
Wait, so would you describe? Well, I think it looks to me like a pommel horse when you're like in gymnastics. It looks like that. The Sybian.
But it's only that tall. I mean, it's not that. It's just that tall.
I saw one. I must have seen one on a table then or something.
Well, you can put it on. I mean, you can at different levels depending on your flexibility of your knees and hips. I mean, you can put it in the middle of a bed. You put it on the floor. There's a stand you can put it on. Ride it like a cowboy, or you could be a cowgirl riding.
Yeah, I was gonna say who's riding who. But you had fun.
It's intense. It's intense. Let me just say this about that.
I think that had to do with the conversation we were having in the car.
Yeah.
All right, so what is your blue question? Can't answer my blue question. What is the blue question? I would like to get a Sibian for my mother, wonderful, loving mom, Maureen. Well, then get her one. I think I have a code for that too. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I'm getting a Sibian for your mom. I'm not sure.
It's a little.
I'm a little conflicted by that.
Yeah, it could be kind of costly if she takes it the wrong way. So maybe we talk it out with her first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. I've been ignoring these.
What is blue but not heavy?
I don't
The
know.
sky.
Blue but not heavy.
Steven, the sky. The sky is not heavy, and it's blue.
Okay. Then what's your definition of not heavy? Am I blue but not heavy? The blue-haired girl. Okay, Karen. You look wonderful. This is Allie from Patreon. Hi, Allie. How are you? This is great. I love my patrons, sneaky freaks. If you want to be a sneaky freak, listen to our podcast, Sex Talk with My Mom. Where were we? We were on Brady. I actually have a friend. I'm following a person on OnlyFans, and I share erotica stories. Yeah, there you go.
Awesome.
Wait, so Brady says I could see Cam buying you a Sibian. He would not buy it from me, but he'd get it for free. He'd get some sponsor.
That's really dependent on the kind of relationship you have with your parent. But I mean, if your mom really wants a Sibian and she's mentioned it to you, then you want to buy her a gift. That would be great. But
Right.
if she hasn't mentioned it to you, it might be a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
So, there's it just depends on where your boundaries are with your relationship.
Yeah, I have boundaries, and sometimes they get crossed accidentally. So we never know when the boundaries are going to happen. But since we've been doing the podcast for 5 years, those boundaries have been less and less. We could pretty much talk about anything. It started out here, and now it's over there.
What's so funny is out of the two of you, the one that's embarrassed the most is always Cam. I mean, he's like, oh my God. It's like,
I never know what's going to come out of my mouth. It's just kind of like, boop, there it goes. But no, he made the mistake the other day when he was looking for some battery charger, and he went into my top drawer, and he's like, I should never have opened that drawer. It's where all my favorite paraphernalia and dildos and everything. And he's like, I should not have seen that. I said, don't go in my drawer ever again. That'll teach you. Yeah.
We have an envelope. We have an envelope in our safe, and on the outside of the envelope, in the envelope is a video.
I do
and
too.
On the outside of the envelope, it's sealed, and on the outside of the envelope it says, "Dear children, in the event that both of our deaths, please immediately destroy this because there's not enough money in the inheritance to pay for the therapy you'll need if you want it."
This is exactly what I did. We did a whole podcast episode. It's called Mom's Porn Safe or something. And I had a video that we did. I think it's called 69 Fuck Me Way. I wish Deez would come back here. Anyway, we had put it wrapped up like you did. I put it in my safe, and I told Cam, if I die, I want you to burn that thing. He's like, why? I'm like, burn it, just burn it. Okay, because you're dead. What do you care? I said, just take my word for it. You need to burn the tape. Anyway, sorry it's lagging over here.
I'm glad you didn't put it in your top drawer.
Yeah.
No, it's in the safe, literally. But you know what? He couldn't. It's on like
All right.
Bye, Mark. It's so nice to see you in person.
Bye. You betcha.
Maybe we'll do a real in-person thing. Huh?
We'll get down to LA sometime.
Oh, that'd be great. Come visit.
Have fun.
I would love it. Yeah. We were talking about porn. Oh, the tapes that I have, by the way, you couldn't even play anymore because it's, you have to get the whole recorder to play it with. Bye, Megan. Why do I feel like Cam, that make Cam a little bit verklempt? You're right, Allie. That's exactly what's going to happen. He'd be very verklempt. Hurt Locker, you finally met someone. Yay. How'd you meet it during this COVID time? This is someone on YouTube that has been, on and off with different women, and he said he finally met someone, so I'm hoping to hear about that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We are a couple. That is awesome. That's great. Very good news. I love hearing good stuff like that. And we're going to be kicked off Instagram in any minute. So if there's any last minute quick questions that you want, if you enjoyed having the men on, let us know. If you didn't like it, let us know that too. If there's anything that you want us to discuss next week, we will do it.
I have a quick announcement to make. I got the word from hedonism that I get to go back. Mark and I are going back and teaching my oasis, my Kama Sutra intimacy oasis over Valentine's week in 2021.
Oh, that's soon.
I am so excited. Yes.
So happy for you. That's incredible.
So it's going to be very intimate. Couples are going to be reconnecting on the deepest levels imaginable. We're doing it very safe. It's very COVID safe. To get into Jamaica, you have to have a test before you can even leave the airport in the United States. You get tested again when you get there. The health department is tracing you. They're tracking you with your phone.
Wonderful.
I mean, it's incredibly safe, and the resort is all set up for it. There's, hand sanitizer, everybody's social distancing, but really the couples get to come and be in this beautiful, exotic land. And I'm just really beefing up the classes to be sexy and sensual. And,
ooh, you guys, I got to do this. You guys, did you hear what she said? She's February, what is it? It's around Valentine's Day. If you go to Exotic Life, 13th to 20th, if you go to Exotic Lifestyle Events, and you will find all the latest events that I'm sure she made some unbelievable artwork about it. A couple more questions here, Karen. I have to agree with you. The majority of the chat is, let's see. We got to know each other very well through the phone before hanging out. That's the way to do it. All right. Any other questions? Any other things that you need to talk about or want to talk about? Hi there to all the people on everybody on YouTube. Sorry that I haven't been able to pay that much attention to you, but some of these obnoxious comments here are not worth me reiterating again. Have you tried butt
It would
plugs?
be nice if your faithful YouTube fans would check the idiots that are commenting. They're going to ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, I kind of just skip over stuff that's not nice. It's really not nice, and it's so much better when you guys are more positive and fun and ask good questions. And that's it.
Respectful.
And so be respectful.
Brady, this one in Valentine's is for couples, but I have one in June that is for singles.
Ooh.
So you would love it. Come with us in June. You would love it. You would be treated like the king that you are.
Yes. Hi, Luis. Saludos. Okay. That means hello. in Peru. I met up a friend of mine after 2 years, and she let me worship her feet. It's awesome. Anyway, all right, we're about to be shut off on all these things. As usual, I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, probably.
I love you, and happy birthday tomorrow,
and happy birthday to you.
Make your day super special.
Well, I'm going to make it a little better than going to the DMV and getting a COVID test. I'll try to make it better.
Everybody that's around you in person just treats you like the queen that you are.
That's right. All right, my little queen. I will speak with you later. Love you.
Okay.
Bye.
Much love. Bye, everybody. Thanks for all your great questions. That was wonderful.
And let's see, we're still on over here. All right, you guys, I'm going to get going. Let's see, a lot of people are saying some nasty stuff here. Brian, my life was a mistake and I'm going to be single forever. Those kind of statements, and when you say stuff like it just makes yourself feel worse, right? You don't want to feel worse when you make statements like that. So I've got a suggestion for you. Do I have any here? Well, do I have any? All right, so you can take a little post-it note like this and you write down like something positive about yourself. It could be something minimal, like I have nice eyes, or I have a great smile, or I like cheese, whatever it is. Say something about yourself and then take the post-it note and put it right there. Can't see it because it's there. You put it down, you put it on your bathroom mirror, you put it on your wall, whatever. And then every day you look at it. And then by the end of the week, you have all these great things about yourself. So you start thinking positive thoughts about yourself. Other than that, it's just hurtful to hear that you think so lowly about yourself, because then you're kind of stuck in a looping routine of negativity. You want to break out of that. Hurt Locker, glad that's happening for you. That's great. I met up with a friend of mine. Okay. Oh, thank God that. Okay. No need for being mean. I'm obviously not going to like that. Please. Let's see. Yeah. And Brian, you look at Hurt Locker and this chat. It took him so long before he found someone that he really connected with. So it's going to take some time. And if you're single, make the best of being single, because the grass is not always greener on the other side. Sometimes it's great to be able to do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. So you don't base your life on whether or not you have a girlfriend, okay? Because sometimes it's better to be single. Sometimes it's better to wait until you find the right person for you. And it's not going to happen when you don't fix what's inside here first. You got to really work on fixing the pain that you're going through inside here. Because I'm pretty sure that you're a nice, wonderful man, and someone will be very lucky to be with you one day, but you got to be lucky to be with yourself first. Okay, that was my little spiel for the day. Hope you guys enjoy this, and make sure to press up that you like it and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. All right? Check me out on TikTok.